Dear students, today I am posting my fourth video on DCET questions on the subject applications of electronic engineering. So let's start DCET AE part 4. The first question number 61, NTSC stands for what? Okay. Now we know that all over the world there are three famous or color TV transmission systems. They are called as NTSC, PAL, and CCAM. So out of that, in the first question is asking what is the full form of NTSC? NTSC means National Television Systems Committee. National or Television Systems Committee. So here the option B will be the right answer. Similarly, if you want to know about PAL, PAL, which is followed in India, is phase alternate line. And CCAM, CCAM is sequential color with memory. Okay. So in this first question, he is asking about NTSC. So NTSC means National Television System Committee. So option B is the right answer. So here you can see it is National Television System Committee, NTSC. RGB stands for what? Now RGB represents the primary colors of a color TV transmission. And the primary colors of color TV transmission are red, green and blue. So RGB means red, green and blue. So option D will be the right answer here. Red, green and blue. Then we'll go to the next question. Question number 63. The aspect ratio of a standard TV receiver is how much? The options are 3 is to 4, 4 is to 3, 525 is to 625, 625 is to 525. Now, what do we mean by aspect ratio? So if you are having a display screen, okay, if you see that raster, if you see that frame, so we always see that the width of the screen is more than the height of the screen. This is the height of the screen. Okay, so width of the screen and the height of the screen. So width of the screen is more because horizontally a human eye can move easily and can view a longer space, larger space as compared to vertical. So the ratio of width is to height is called as aspect ratio, and the standard aspect ratio for TV receiver is 4 is to 3. 4 is to 3. So if the width is 4 times, then the height will be 3 times. Okay. So 4 is to 3 is the answer. And if you have a HDTV concept, then it is 16 is to 9. But basically it is 4 is to 3. So option B, 4 is to 3 will be the right answer here. Then we'll go to the next question. Luminance refers to what? Luminance refers to brightness. Okay, so we'll be having two words in a color TV. One is luminance and one is chrominance. So luminance is always corresponding to the brightness of the picture, and a chrominance will always correspond to the color information of the picture. Okay. Then we'll go to the next question. So here you can see for question number 64, the option A, brightness, was the right answer. Luminance refers to brightness. Then we'll go to the next question. Question number 65. The smallest picture element is called as. Okay, so whenever you are having a picture, say this is your picture, the picture will be completely made into small elements which are scanned from left to right. And the small elements of pictures are called as pixel, P-I-X-E-L. So option C will be the right answer here. Pixel, the smallest picture element is called as pixel. Then we'll go to the next question, question number 66. The modulation used for the video signal in a standard PAL color TV receiver is what? Okay. Now we know that in TV, the video is sent by using amplitude modulation. Now in that amplitude modulation also, if you see the frequency spectrum, there will be two sidebands, lower sideband and upper sideband. This is the lower sideband, this is the upper sideband, this is the frequency carrier, this is FC plus FM, and this will be FC minus FM. Okay, so this lower sideband and upper sideband have the same information. So what we do in TV transmission is we send a complete half sideband, that is the complete information, that is the upper sideband. Okay, the complete upper sideband, and because it will not have a proper cutoff here with the filter practically, then we are going to have a duplicated small part of the next sideband, which is a vestige part. So a small part of the next sideband, so this next sideband is so much, so a small part of that, and this a full sideband, this complete together will be called as vestigial sideband transmission. So in for video, we follow amplitude modulation, and in amplitude modulation also we transmit one complete sideband, the upper sideband, and a part of the lower sideband, which is called as vestigial sideband transmission. So option B will be the right answer here, vestigial sideband AM. Okay. So here you can see option B is the answer for this. Then we'll go to the next question. The modulation used for the audio signal in a standard PAL color TV receiver is what? Okay, for audio, the volume is important, and volume represents the amplitude of the signal. So we cannot use amplitude modulation for sound. We have to use the modulation system where the amplitude is kept constant, and that modulation system used for audio in your TV receiver is frequency modulation, FM. So here the option 4, FM, frequency modulation, will be the answer. So here you can see the modulation used for the audio signal in a standard PAL color TV receiver is FM. Okay. Then we'll go to the next question, question number 68. Deflection in CRTs used in TV receivers is done by. So here we are going to speak about vertical deflection of the beam and the horizontal deflection of the beam. So if you have studied CRO, in CRO's CRTs, okay, we have electrostatic deflection, but for TV receivers, we use magnetically deflected beams. Okay, so it is option A which will be the right answer here, magnetically for both vertical and horizontal deflection. So deflection in CRTs used in TV receivers is done magnetically for both vertical and horizontal. So here you can see the answer A is the right answer. Magnetically, it is done for both vertical and horizontal deflection. Then we'll go to the next question. Question number 69. What is eliminated by using interlace scanning? Okay. So interlace scanning, we have come to this concept from progressive scanning. So instead of scanning the full page or the full frame of 625 lines, we are going to divide the frame into two fields. One will be called as odd field and one will be called as even field. And those two fields we send per second, and that will give us a frequency of 50 Hertz. And because of that, the continuity information, the brightness continuity information for every frame will not be disturbed, and that is why we can eliminate that problem of flicker. Okay, so what is eliminated by using interlace scanning? By using interlace scanning, the problem of flicker is eliminated. So option D is the right answer here. What is eliminated by using interlace scanning? So by using interlace scanning, we eliminate the problem of flicker. What percentage of primary colors used in color TV are needed to produce the brightness white? Okay, so this is the question asked, and in options he has given certain percentages. Okay, now what does this question mean is the luminance signal can be obtained by adding together the signals representing the three primary colors. So the three primary colors are R, G, and B. Okay. However, these three voltages contributing the luminance signal must be taken in different amounts because the human eye responds to each of the three primaries differently. Our calculations show that luminance signal associated with white of the picture should contain 30% red, 59% green, and 11% blue. So here the option A will be the right answer. 30% red, 59% green, and 11% blue. So these are the percentage of the primary colors in a color TV which are needed to produce a brightest white. Then we'll go to the next question, question number 71. A color with the most luminances. So which is the color which is having a larger white brightness in that? So in these options, red, yellow, green, and blue. So yellow is one which has the most luminance. It is more brighter. So yellow is the answer here. Then we'll go to the next question. The three complementary colors are, okay. So the complementary colors are one which when added with the primary color will give you white colors, okay. So here we can see the colors called as yellow, magenta, and cyan. Yellow, magenta, and cyan are the complementary colors which when added with the primary colors red, green, and blue give you white. Say for example, cyan plus red will give you white, magenta plus green will give you white, yellow plus blue will give you white. So these are called as complementary colors. So option C will be the right answer here. Yellow, magenta, and cyan are the complementary colors. Okay. Then we'll see same on this complementary colors only. Question number 73. When the colors magenta and green are mixed, the resultant color is what? Obviously, because they are complementary color, when you mix magenta and green, we get white color. So option B will be the answer here, white. So when the colors magenta and green are mixed, the resultant color is white. Brightness variations of a picture information are in which signal? Okay. So if you see the PAL system, U and V will be used for chroma signal, chroma that is color information, whereas Y will give you brightness information. Okay, brightness information. So brightness variation of the picture information are in which signal? It is option C, Y. Okay, so option C, Y is the signal which gives the brightness information. The signal that will give the exact color wavelength. Okay, the exact color wavelength, that is the color itself, the information of the color is given by a factor called as hue, which is the attribute of the color. So hue is one that will give the exact color wavelength. Okay, so the signal that will give the exact color wavelength is dash. So option A will be the answer here, hue, H-U-E, which will give the color information. So the color itself is called as hue and it depends on the dominant wavelength of the light. Okay, so then we'll go to the next question, or question number 76. Which of the following represents the intensity of a given color? Okay, so if you speak about the intensity of a given color, okay, of a signal, then it is saturation. Saturation also is an attribute of color. Saturation gives the amount of white light contained in a color which determines its saturation level. Okay, so here option B will be the right answer, saturation. So saturation represents the intensity of a given color. Then we'll go to next question, question number 77. In a TV receiver, what is the horizontal signal frequency? If you want to know the horizontal signal frequency of the system, then we should first know how many lines are there per frame. Okay, so per frame, if you see, per frame you will be having, say, horizontal lines per frame like this. This is the first line, second line, third line. Like this, we'll be having 625 lines. Okay, so per frame is 625 lines, and we have 25 frames per second. Okay, so if that is the case, then you can calculate 625 lines into 25 will be for per second lines, and that is equal to 15625 hertz. Okay, 15625 hertz. So here the option D will be the right answer, 15625 hertz. So here you can see option D, 15625 hertz is the horizontal signal frequency. Now, similarly, if you go to see vertical signal frequency, in a TV receiver, what is the vertical signal frequency? So here in India, when we follow the PAL system, the CCIRB, okay, now in that it is 50 hertz. So we should have 50 fields per second. So it is 50 hertz, and option B will be the right answer. Vertical signal frequency should be 50. Then we'll go to the next question. What is the return of the electron beam in a CRT from right to left or from bottom to top is called as? Okay, so say for example, if you're having a frame like this, okay, now you are going to scan a line from left to right, first line, and then again from left to right, second line. Okay, but from once you scan the first line, once you come at the end of the first line, you have to come back to the starting point of the second line. This is called as retrace. The taking the information, this will be called as trace, and this will be called as retrace. Retrace is nothing but flyback. So you're flying back to the starting point of the next line. Okay. So the option B will be the right answer here. Flyback. What is the return of electron beam in a CRT from right to left or from top to bottom in case of vertical is called as, it is called as flyback. So option B will be the right answer here, flyback. Then we'll go to the next question, question number 80. Primary colors options are can be produced by mixing other colors, cannot be produced by mixing other colors, neither A nor B, both A and B. So we know that primary colors for TV transmission that are red, green, and blue are colors which cannot be produced by mixing other colors. They are original. Other colors can be produced by mixing primary colors, but primary colors cannot be produced by mixing other colors. So here option B will be the right answer. Primary colors cannot be produced by mixing other colors, and those colors are red, green, and blue for TV transmission. Thank you, students.